Where he ends up and what he does, if he manages, will be seen. Will he go to maybe the Nationals? And if you're the Yankees, who would you replace him with? Which is another mind-boggling thing. And what we're referring to is Joe Girardi. His contract will not be renewed with the Yankees. Joe Girardi moving on from the Yankees, or rather, seems to me that the Yankees are moving on from Joe Girardi based on, what I heard. Seemed like really this came as a surprise to Joe Girardi, no matter how much it seems like it's been trying to spun here. The last 3 years, the Yankees have overachieved. 2015, they lost to the wild card game to the Astros, and that team wasn't expected to do much that year. 2016, they finished 5 games out of the wild card, and I think they were picked to come in dead last in the AL East by most, and they were still in the competition going into the last week of September. And this year doesn't have to be explained. Even if you have no horse in the race, you should agree with me on that. I'm not saying by any means he is the best manager in baseball or anything, but there's no way you can say that he didn't have anything to do with the overachieving that, in my book, they did the last 3 years. He does some things when it comes to pitching moves that will aggravate people, but all in all, people saying that Girardi sucks, now that, my friends, is a bad statement. You look at guys, with all due respect to Mike Scioscia, has been the manager of the A's for 17 years and has 1 ring. 1. Just because he hasn't won more titles doesn't make him a bad manager. Matter of fact, he's probably one of the best in the game. Girardi has 1 ring in 10 years. Everybody isn't going to be a Joe Torre and win 4 in a decade. That's just some of the spoiledness of Yankee fans, and I am a Yankee fan. Yankee fans say, oh, he only won 1 championship in 10 years? Guy's a bum. Bottom line, if this was the Yankees decision, which seems like it is, and not Girardi's decision, then I think the Yankees gave him a raw deal. Letting him go right as this team is on the rise with young talent, after he got as much out of this team as he possibly could have the last 3 straight seasons. Guys, the goal is to win. And that's exactly what Girardi did this year. Win a lot of games. 1 win away from the World Series. An appearance in what was supposed to be a rebuilding year. This year was the first time he had a legit roster in at least 4 to 5 years. First time that his front office gave him a legit shot to contend in 4 to 5 years. And he got them to Game 7 of the ALCS. It was a poorly timed move by the Yankees front office. He deserves better after what he got out of the 15 and 16 mediocre at best rosters. This reminds me of kind of like how Buck Showalter was treated. You're going to say it means nothing without a championship to show for it. The last place team and the team with a winning record. Here's the thing. It's different when you don't have a recent championship and when you've had, let's say, for instance, the Nationals or the Dodgers roster the last 5 to 6 seasons and don't win a championship compared to what the Yankees rosters have been the last 5 to 6 years. Can't tell me that outside of this year you've had good rosters going into seasons. They had brutal rosters, I think, going into 2016 and 17, and he got them to a wild card game. And he had them in the hunt the entire 2016. We had no business being anywhere or any chance of making the playoffs. He's not the general manager. He doesn't pick his players. He's the manager, and he has to work with what he has, and not many have it. And he hasn't had it. Not many have had it better recently, especially recently. So this is a bad move. Bad move. Hope all is well.